Hey, 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 you guys, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you guys come on in, say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff. I gotta change this. All that awesome stuff. You guys, those of you that may be new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches and service providers for coaches who desire to accelerate their impact and their income without compromising their Christian values. And so, those of you that are catching us on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. And I will certainly make sure that I go back through and circle up. Hey, 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 Dr. Kai. Hey, 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 Felicia. You guys, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Um, you guys, as you can see from the title, the profit planners are now available to the public and all of that really cool stuff. But I actually made a post on my personal page on Facebook asking entrepreneurs if they had seen the Tyler Perry documentary, Maxine's Baby. And it actually made me think about these actually profit planners, my profit planners. And so I'm going to weave in some of my thoughts on that documentary, which I actually said I'm going to watch it again before I go to bed. Because if you are an entrepreneur, I do strongly encourage you to watch it. Now, I will say that there are some triggering things in there. He talked about, and he didn't really talk about a whole lot as much as some of the other people, but talked about his abuse. So, do want you to know, hey, Rachel, that there are some triggering things in that documentary. But it truly felt like a whole masterclass as an entrepreneur of the things that he talked about in that documentary, which reminded me of even the process, part of the process that I went through when it came to these profit planners. And so, you guys, if you are new to my space and you're like, man, what are you talking about, profit planners? So, these are the profit planners. So, we have the coach's profit planner and we have the entrepreneur. Oh, sorry. We have the entrepreneur's profit planner. Yeah, that documentary, it was very heavy, with him discussing what was going on with him and, those things. So, like I said, you do, it is very triggering. And so, but like I said, there's a lot of information there, especially from that entrepreneurial perspective, for a lot of us just as entrepreneurs. And so, like I said, these are the two profit planners. We have the coach's profit planner, we have the entrepreneur's profit planner. And as I was watching the documentary this morning, it made me think about this process. And even the profit planners are now live. So if you see the clickable link, so either above this video or below this video, you can actually go ahead and click on that link. It will take you over to the page where you can place your order. We're doing a Black Friday special, saving 10% on the profit planner, so you can certainly take advantage of the special that we have going on. But even with this process, so those of you, once again, if you follow my journey, I've shared this journey about the profit planners and how God gave me this idea 2 years ago. And, it's just now coming into fruition, not because of God, but because of me. But I also do feel like now was the time that I was supposed to drop these planners. And so I've shared with you guys the process. I've shared the highs, I've shared the lows of this process and being able to even, I'm going to talk about even them going live because they were supposed to be made available last week. And they're just now becoming available. And like I said, it was just pieces from the documentary that stood out to me about continuing to persevere, being resilient, being flexible. One of the quotes from the movie that he said, or in one of the parts from the documentary that he mentioned, was his frustration when he was like, I know God has called me to do this, and his very candid conversation that he had with God about, wait a minute, God, I know you called me to do this. He was like, they were putting on plays, week after week after week, and people weren't showing up, people weren't buying. Think about that from an entrepreneurial perspective, especially me talking to my believers in business. When you're like, I know I heard God, I know God told me to do this thing, and you're out there and you're walking by faith and you're doing the thing and you're showing up and you're doing the work. For a lot of us, we're doing the things in the physical, we're doing the things in the spiritual. So we're showing up, we're doing the work, we're praying, we're fasting, we're standing in agreement, we're touching, we're standing on the word, we're doing all of the things, and it doesn't appear as if it's working. And like I said, I thought that was very powerful when he was very transparent about his conversation with God about, wait a minute, God, look, I'm putting these plays on, people are not showing up, people are not buying the tickets, that type of thing, where he got to the point where he's like, I took a job and I'm like, look, I bumped this, I'm done with this type of thing. So think about us and how many times we've been in that space. And like I said, when I think about these planners, and like I said, because they were supposed to be available to the public last week, and here we are, the Tuesday, saying of the following week. And so, even me having conversations, with God, me having conversations with my intercessory team, my inner circle, and I'm like, look, y'all, hey, and but I know it's for a reason. I know it's for a purpose. All of those things, and just remaining steadfast, is fast in faith. Um, that type of thing. He had that one part where he talked about his mom, and how she lost faith at one point in time. And so you guys, this entrepreneurial journey is not for the faint of a heart. And if anybody tells you that it is, they're lying. If all people share are the highs of their entrepreneurial journey, you need to be very leery of those people, especially, and I think especially for us as believers, because we can have this false sense that everything is going to work the first time that we do it, and if it doesn't work, like I said, it's because we didn't pray hard enough. It was because we didn't fast enough. We didn't post enough. We didn't email enough. And that's not the truth. And so once again, like I said, that's why I always try to be very transparent about my journey, because I want you guys to see, yeah, when it's good, it's really good. And when it's not, that type of thing, but still continuing to remain, persistent, consistent. That's why I believe in the power of community and having a community, because it will really and truly sustain you in the times when you really and truly feel like giving up, that type of thing. So just being in that space, yes, Rachel, I'm telling you, yeah, just being in that space. But like I said, it was just refreshing to see that in that movie, because like I said, it was just that renewal, that fuel for me. Like I said, even my own self, even this morning, like I said, like, okay, God, what's going on? This was supposed to already be done. It's supposed to already be out there. And then to watch that documentary, like I said, I just felt like it was speaking to me. And like I said, just even for myself. And then lo and behold, although it was late, they are now available. And like I said, just that true testament to remain committed and focused, and all of those things on what it is that God has given you. And like I said, when it doesn't look like the way that he said it was supposed to look, the way that the way that he said, okay, the way that he said it's supposed to look, and all of those things, like I said, just continue to remain steadfast. Like I said, I'm gonna watch the documentary again. And look, I'm gonna watch the documentary again, and I'm gonna go live probably next week, to really talk about some more nuggets. If y'all want to join me on the live, definitely let me know. But like I said, I want to talk about it from that entrepreneurial perspective. Those of you, that particular documentary, I'm always talking to you guys about being able to take things that are trending, and right now that movie is trending. And so if those are topics that you speak on, don't be afraid to speak on those topics. So like I said, I know I'm going to take it from an entrepreneurial perspective. Those of you that deal with people that have experienced trauma, that have had issues with their parents, those types of things, self-esteem, confidence, all of those things, like those are all things that you can pull from that movie and have a conversation with your audience, that type of thing. So, you definitely want to, if that's something that you could actually interject yourself into that conversation, like I said, definitely feel free to do that. Once again, I felt like that was a whole master class that he did in that documentary. That nugget that he said about his email list, and, being one of the first people of having places where you could capture people's names and email addresses. And he was able to sell out his shows and his plays by sending out an email to your list. Like, once again, like y'all, it's a lot of good stuff in there from that entrepreneurial perspective. But like I said, trigger warning, they probably should have had that, at the beginning of the documentary. Like I said, that piece about his experience growing up, and then you carry that stuff into adulthood with you, which parts of his story reminded me of Kirk Franklin's story. So if you've seen Kirk Franklin's documentary over there on YouTube, so Tyler Perry's documentary is on Amazon Prime. And then Kirk Franklin, if you haven't seen his, that's over there on YouTube. But like I said, definitely be prepared, because it does talk about abuse and all of those things like that. So, definitely keep that in mind if you're going to watch it. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to hop on here to officially announce that the profit planners are available. And like I said, I'll probably have some of the people who have purchased the profit plan. So remember, I did this in phases. Like I did the pre-orders. So those people who have pre-ordered their profit planners, they probably had their planners for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Those people who have pre-ordered, so they've had their profit planners. I've been encouraging them to use their profit planners. So there are some things that we do have in place to encourage people to actually use the profit planners. So we do have some things in place for that. Things like within the profit planners, there's actually some sample pages. So, and I've shared pages before, but there are actually sample pages in the profit planner that show you examples of how to use the planners. So that's one thing that we do have in place to kind of encourage you guys to actually use the profit planners. As I've shared, we have biblical decrees. So there are 31 daily biblical decrees that are a part of the profit planner. The profit planner has the monthly overview. So it has a section over here for the monthly overview. There's a section in here for content planning, so your weekly content planning. There's a section in here for your daily revenue goal. It's literally 2 pages in here having a conversation with you about your revenue goals for the month. There's a section in here about your business goals. So some action steps that you'll take, what your business goals are for the month. It has a section in here when it comes to what are you promoting. So we literally broke it down, asking you what is it that you're promoting for the month. So a full page on that about promoting and how you can promote and where you can promote and all of that good stuff. Like I said, I'm not calling it a profit planner for nothing. I'm not calling it a profit planner for nothing. Yes, the obedience in getting these profit planners out here with a whole process. There's a section in here about where you may be able to find potential clients. There's a section in here for you to track your numbers when it comes to your social media, your email list, your website. So there's a worksheet in here for you to track your numbers. So that's a part of the profit planner. The other part, there is a content planner for the week. So the content planner is 2 pages of how for you to actually plan your content out. You guys, when I tell you this planner is not just full of blank pages, it's not just a whole bunch of blank pages in here. I really and truly desire for you to increase your impact and your income with these profit planners. And then it has the weekly and the daily layout on here. It's a section for you to put what your goals are for the day. It's undated, so that way you can go in and date your profit planner yourself. There's a whole section in here at the end of the week. So the end of the week reflection is a part of here. So the end of the week reflection is a part of your profit planner. There's a section in here for you to track your follow-up. There's an end of the month, reflection. You guys, it's all kind of things in here with the design for you to literally increase your impact and your income. So as I noted, there's example pages in here because I really want people to actually use the planner. So resources that we have to help people to actually use the planners. There are sample pages in there so that you can see how you can fill out the profit planners. They just received, those people that did the pre-order, they received a playlist. So there's a YouTube playlist that breaks down how to navigate your profit planner. And then for the rest of 2023, well, we have 3 more sessions, the rest of 2023, where we're doing prayer and productivity sessions, where we're literally getting together, we're doing prayer, but we're also spending time just on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have time carved out for you to actually plan for your week. So we want you to be proactive in your business. So you being proactive in your business. So we actually have time carved out for the rest of 2023. Look, y'all, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Like I said, I don't want this just to be something that you guys purchase because you wanted to support me. I want it to be something that you use to actually explode your profits. Like I said, accelerate your income and your impact. So this right here, the planners are very robust. Someone said they shared it with a business partner, and the person was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so detailed." People are generated revenue from these profit planners because that was the purpose. Like it was actually designed for my my daily revenue generating activities course that I have. So that was actually where it came from, or what it was birthed out of. So yes, there we go. I told you guys this. I said, you guys, with these profit planners, I wanted it to be like you guys had Coach Bev in your office. So if you can't, hey, if you have not hired me as your business strategist, at least get these profit planners and you got Coach Bev with you every single day. One of my clients today, when we had our call, and we always start off with a review. She literally pulled out her profit planner, and she went to the section because once again, there's an end of the week reflection. There's an end of the week reflection, and so literally she went through the end of the week reflection to update me on what she had been working on for the week. So just absolutely powerful, absolutely powerful. My goal is to get these profit planners into the hands of hundreds of thousands of Christian entrepreneurs. That is the goal. That is the goal. But like I said, I want them to actually use it. We're going to start loading testimonials on the website. So that's going to be another thing that's going to be a part of it. So you guys, I'm telling you, I'm super excited about these profit planners. I'm super excited that they're finally available to the world. You guys are now able to go on. So the link that's above my video, it's a bit.ly link, so that way I can track what's going on. But bit.ly/Beverly Profit Planners. Just go ahead, click on that link. It's going to take you over to the website. When you go to the website, you can decide whether or not you want the entrepreneur version or if you want the coach's version. And the main difference between the two, if you are a coach, if you do coaching, get the coaching version. If you are a coach, do the coaching one. I mean, we're not going to overthink it. We're not going to overthink it. If you are a coach, do the coach's version. If you are a coach, if you do coaching, do the coach's version, or if you're a service provider for coaches. So if you are a coach or a service provider for coaches, get the coach's version. Everybody else, get the entrepreneur version. That's it. Like we're not gonna overthink it. The main difference is the entrepreneur version has a wealth prayer in here. The entrepreneur version does have the wealth prayer. The wealth prayer is not in the coach's version. It's not in the coach's version. And then the coach's version has a couple of resources specifically for coaches and service providers for coaches. That if you're not one of those, it's not going to serve you at all. That's all. That's the only difference. So yes, go ahead, grab your profit planners. Like I said, we have things in place to support you with actually using the profit planner. There's something else that we're contemplating doing, but we're going to see how this goes before we actually announce that other step. So we're going to see how things go to see whether or not we're going to implement one more thing to really and truly get you guys to using your profit planners to see results from that, because I believe in you sowing seeds. You sowed your seed in here, financial seed, to actually invest in the profit planner. You're sowing your time to actually sit out and plan. So I want you guys to receive the return for your harvest. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. So you guys, that's all that we have. So I just wanted to hop on here to officially announce that the profit planners are now available to the world. Yes. And so once again, you can go to bit.ly/Beverly Profit Planners. It will take you over to the website. Once again, you'll choose between your coach's version or the entrepreneur version. Once again, we are having a Black Friday special where you can save 10%. So you'll just put in that Black Friday 10 code. Once you go in, you decide which planner you want. You'll put in your mailing information, your shipping information, you'll put in your card information, and then you'll be able to then put in your code to save 10%. Yes, 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 and yes. So you guys, that's all that we have for today. I'm super excited about these profit planners going out and getting out and all of that good stuff. Yes, 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 yes. If you guys have any specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you on the other side of this live. You guys, take care, take care, take care.